Hello, so this is my first time recording the actual, well, I'm just trying to make sure that everyone understands where I'm coming from. So, so what I was trying to get at here is that I wanted to make this sort of just raw information about the course I'm actually trying to offer. And it's more of my goal is to really show that there's a possibility that something probably many have actually seen, but not really on YouTube, more like in classes. But it's mm, basically it's just an approach to a different way, I suppose. But just to do a sort of a what I call a preamble for this one, I'm just going to kind of introduce myself first. So my name is people just call me Teacher U or Mr. U. But as you can see, my welcome to my channel. And my goal is to really, it's just really about languages. Um, so I've been kind of teaching on and off, more like teaching, tutoring, English language arts. For those who know this, this is North America kind of system. I'm not sure if they have similar systems elsewhere, but they do have in certain countries I know of, like for example, you take Spanish in Spain, but it's you take Danish in Denmark, you take German in Germany, etc. And basically those are just like literature, there's poetry, there's all that stuff. I've taught that. I've taught some German as well, and I have slightly taught some Korean and some Italian. But because because I do teaching, so I did my Bachelor of Education. I basically can teach any language that I've actually gone through. So I'm not fluent or I'm not, I guess, proficient, what you would say, in Italian, but Korean, I'm okay. So that's a bit about my background. I have a Bachelor of Education degree and I have a Bachelor of Arts degree, Scandinavian Studies and German language and literature. And my second degree was education, so German and Japanese. Technically, I also have Danish and Hungarian as a minor, technically. It's a kind of a long story. But long story short, I wanted to make sure that before I post any of the videos or the lessons themselves, so-called lessons, um, I want to make sure that what I use is not mine. It's just a combination of methods and research about things like multiple intelligences. So you got your kinesthetic learners like myself, you got your interpersonal, you got your visual spatial, you got your logical mathematical, etc. There's also differentiation. Some teachers know this one. ZPD or zone of proximal development, emotioning, chunking, teacher or student oriented learning, teacher talk, total physical response, and other pedagogical methods and techniques that I learned when I was doing my Bachelor of Education degree. So basically, the only difference is that I approach it differently. So my purpose is to show that it's possible to teach and learn through various contexts. So I provide lots of context. You got your visual aids, body language, facial expressions. Of course, there's that TPR stuff that some people know a lot about online, and that I do as well. But I do add more of it, and it's in the target language, so there is no translation. It's just completely purely in the target language. This is why I'm doing this in English. So I'm just going to read a little bit of uh, something I actually prepared ahead of time. So the way I want to teach languages has to cater to every learner. But this may not include general, special needs learners, so like special ed, because I don't have that training, right? I became a language teacher for the same reasons I became a language lover. I love languages. I want to make sure that people know this one, just to get the right information out there, right? So both Filipino and Tagalog, to me, have been I would say taught quite inconsistently. So like many other languages, it's just all translation and I'm kind of getting tired of that. So in the units and the lessons though, I will do my best to be as engaging, comprehensive, unassuming, okay, and direct as possible. It's not going to be perfect, but you know, and because it will be in a target language, there's a lot of stuff that I'm showing. So support again, aforementioned um, reasons why I'm doing this one. So you got your facial expressions, visual aids, etc. You'll see it once I actually start recording or when I've posted the actual video. And so a lesson will feel more like kind of like a classroom, but because it's online teaching is relatively new, I have to adapt to um, how I devise things. So I'm using different tools for just to record all this stuff. And and again, like I said, it will feel like a classroom, but that's not my intention. That's not my intention. So it's a choice of the teacher, of course, to put how much work they put in. So I put in a lot of work to this on this one. Yeah, just a lot of work, and that's a good thing because that means that students actually learn, right? You actually learn, you pick up something. At least for the most part, it's something that is not only different, but I know that you will learn something. Trust me, I had friends that do this. Both my dad was the Italian learner that I was a student, and he basically picked up a lot, and it was very simple and very direct. So it will be the way I structure it. More for consistency, and that's my real purpose. That's not my real purpose, but one of the things that I want to show people that it needs to be consistent. Okay, so going back to the language itself, um, this is a beautiful language. So I would say Tagalog specifically because it's pure, and that's what I'm going for. So the orthography will look more the way I see it, and it just makes more sense instead of I don't know. Call some people Filipinos call it like the you're such a purist. It's like I don't know what that means, but basically it's a language itself, right? Not to be completely pure, of course. There's some words that are borrowed from Spanish, as some people might know about. Uh, but that's the way it is. But orthography it will make it more look like it's actually Filipino. And what's more important though for me is the way people learn, right? So again, it's all about the connection. It's how you and I connect. And also, you learn by learning that, there's always a better way, even for myself. So when I learn, I'm still learning as I go. Like, I'm not teaching you to be in charge, although I do like order and like consistency, but this is recorded, so this is more for you guys. And so my only thing that I ask when you watch the videos is please be open, be present, okay, and be assertive and be consistent. Okay, this is teamwork. So just keep watching the videos, and of course, I'll be posting other things as well, so you'll see the actual lesson, and below you have the same thing that I said here, more or less. And I'll link some, I'll add some, maybe I'll add some other things as well, like maybe some music just for some enjoyment, and also ways you can, I suppose you can contact me. So I don't think I'm going to allow any comments on the lessons. It's just the lessons, take it as it is, and that's it. Okay? So it's just going to be straightforward, direct, bam, 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 bam. I want to just keep this going. I want to get the right information out there. And hopefully other teachers, whatever, it doesn't matter, will be able to know that, hey, wait a second, there's more ways than just, again, because I told you in the beginning, I knew at the beginning, I said, I'm just like tired of the translation stuff. It does not work. Okay, it needs to be context, context, context at the level of learner. And I've seen so many things on YouTube so far, and it doesn't work. Okay, so, and I want to just throw it out there. Hopefully this gets recognized by other YouTubers, or rather people who want to teach languages. I gotta have the desire for it and learn from these combination of techniques that it's actually very simple, but you just gotta put the work in. Okay, both the teacher and the learner. So it's a teamwork, like I said. So hopefully this will help you guys out. Looking forward to posting our first video, the about just the lesson. You'll see how it goes, and then hopefully it'll work out, and then fingers crossed, and let's do this. Awesome. Thanks, guys.